Hey guys, do you ever see people who especially stand out to you? Like a person who looks exactly like their dog, and I mean exactly. Or an old person shuffling along muttering to themselves about God knows what. Or once, someone who looks strangely familiar, and you think, is that me in 20 years? What? Mind blown. And then there's that person who especially strikes you. So when you see them, it's like you've been slapped in the face. But it's a good slap. Like a swan wing glowing in rainbows was stroked across your face. God, that was a weird simile. I know, it's like a fruit roll-up was hit against your face, and then you can eat it. Sorry, that was really stupid too. Maybe I'm just too distracted for this right now. I know. It's like a burst of warm light hit your face, which made you have an epiphany, which says, that's the boy for me. I liked him the instant we met, which has never really happened before. And I don't really like talking about this sort of thing. I don't know, but I thought because I mentioned him at the end of last episode, it made for kind of a cliffhanger. So today is the day to confess. Oh, and his name, it's Sam. Sam Turner.
Ouch. This is college.
Anyway, I've been wanting to ask Jen for some advice about it. You know, how good she is with boys in her own way. But I haven't been able to mention anything yet because I'm really shy at talking about this sort of thing. I don't know, Jen and I have actually started to become really good friends lately. It turns out she's a really awesome person, and I want to let her know. Anyway, you know how when you like someone, they're pretty much all you think about all the time? Well, it's actually kind of distracting because now I can't pay attention in class anymore. Anyway, he sits 2 seats down from me, and whenever he like turns his head slightly, like I think, is he looking at me? I don't know, I know it's crazy. And I don't think he's with anyone right now. At least, I don't really know. We don't really talk, and we haven't hung out yet. But
Julia, sometimes you are just the stupidest. And that's why we can never hang out in your room.
well, it's not my fault that you guys hate each other. You'd think since I'm best friends with both of you now.
Hey, you are not best friends with that hippie. You're best friends with me.
Hippie? Fine, that's what I meant. But still.
No, it was fate for me to come into your life and rescue you from her. Everything is fate. So, what were you talking about?
Well, before you came in and started talking like a crazy person, I was talking about how when you like someone,
Is this still Sam?
Well, yes.
Bleh.
Clarice, as my best friend, aren't you supposed to support me in everything?
If you started doing cocaine, should I support you?
Well,
Bath salts?
no.
Shrooms?
Actually,
You get my point. Anyway, how can I support someone with a face like that?
oh, come on. He is definitely cute. Admit it.
Yeah, but he's so scrawny, and that takes away from any other charms he might have.
Well, that's how I like my boys. Give me all the cute and skinny and you can take the hot and bothered.
Well, I can't argue with that. Have you made a move on him yet?
We need to move. I think the first step would be talking to him.
You're not friends yet.
Well,
Julia, why is it that when you like a boy, all you do is think about him instead of actually doing something about it?
why is it that when you like a boy, you've hooked up with him by the next weekend?
Only sometimes. And why is that a bad thing?
Well, shouldn't you get to know each other first?
We do. It's called texting and Facebook stalking.
No, that does not.
Julia, the issue at hand here is that you need confidence. You need a little more confidence. And by a little, I mean a lot. And by a lot, I mean you can never have too much confidence.
Explain.
Well, number 1, you need more confidence. Don't argue, it's true. And 2, sometimes confidence is key. That's how Michael and I started dating.
Are you guys still dating?
Yeah?
So he's okay with you hooking up with other boys?
Anyway, back to how we started dating. Here, I'll show you. So we've been friends for a while, but he was so unfeeling, so hard to get into. God, such a boy. And the issue at hand was that I just wanted to be dating already. So we were walking to the bus stop, and I stopped to tie my shoe. You know, this typical let's stop and chat for a minute decoy.
I've never heard
Hey,
of...
you're Michael right now, and he would never admit his own ignorance.
Sounds like somebody I know.
Shush! Well, that does sound more like him, the bastard.
Clarice, are you sure you want to be talking about this?
Anyway, I stood up and I said, look, Michael, I like you.
You didn't.
No, that isn't what he said. He didn't say anything because I plowed right on ahead with confidence and said, and I know you like me too, so what are you going to do about it?
You actually said that? But how did you know he liked you?
Guess I didn't. But Boys can be really stupid sometimes. And by sometimes, I mean all the time. That's why they evolved to be so cute, so we can stand them. They don't know whether or not they do like you, so you just have to go ahead and make a decision for them.
But what if he didn't like you and he knew he didn't like you?
Well, obviously that wasn't a problem because we've been dating for 8 months.
So, what did he say next?
Well, if you remember how clever I was by asking him what he was going to do about it, that shifted the responsibility. Like, he was the one who instigated the situation. So he said, go out with you? And I said, yeah, alright, I guess I'll go out with you. See? Easy peasy.
Or sheer luck.
So, you can tell if he's interested in you by asking him out or telling him that you like him first.
Neither of those options is particularly attractive.
Well then, dear, just keep fantasizing away, because if you don't make a move to get closer, nothing is going to get better. It's not. Now, come on. Sal's Club. Sal's is doing free ice cream in the quad, and I want to get Neapolitan before it runs out.
To be continued. Neapolitan never runs out. Wait, Clarice, I have to finish the ending. Feeling right now, confidence. Maybe I should think about what she said. You know, I'll start talking to him at least. By the next video, I promise to have done something. Maybe even made a move. Alright.
Julia, Neapolitan.
Here's the perfect song. I'll see you next week. What does SOAS stand for anyway?
SSOAS, Spruce Substance and Other Shit. By the way, who is that boy with Jen's?
What boy?
I don't know, I couldn't see his face because it's covered by a scarf.